Hey guys, it's Walk from Novopangea, and in today's video we're going to show you how to in fact add land to the district game board. So I'm going to cover off on two different scenarios today, and that's setting your land up so that you can in fact add also a building NFT that you own to the land, and also setting your land up so that you can rent your land out to another player who may want to add their building to the land. So let's get into it here. So you can see I'm inside of the Earth Realm here, this particular district. This is a test district. So there's a couple of options that you can go through. So you can just simply hover around on the map to find a square that's open. If the board starts to get really cluttered and it gets a little difficult maybe for you to see kind of where the squares are in fact open, one of the things you can do is go into the inventory view. So if you click on the inventory icon, you can go into the inventory modal, and what you can do here is you can obviously go to one of your land claim NFTs, click on select plot. That's going to take you back to the district view, but what it's going to do now is gray out all the buildings for you, so it just makes it a lot easier to see where there are in fact plots open. If you want to get rid of this view, just click on cancel, and that'll render it back to the original view. So let's just go ahead and select a couple of the open plots here. So I'm just going to grab this one right here on the edge. So it's going to bring up the land modal here, and I can choose one of my available land claim NFTs that I have in my wallet, but now stake it to this particular district. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just go through the contract actions here real quick. Okay, great. So now I can see here, if I hover over the fence here, it's also going to, in the tooltip, show me that this in fact is my land. So you'll see there's a fence around it, and that's essentially just indicating to other players that this land has in fact been taken. So if I want to now set this particular land up so that I can add my own building to it, all you need to do is just click on the square. And this is now going to bring up the set rent modal. So what it's really asking you here is if you want to rent this out to other players, or if you plan to be the building owner on the land as well. In this particular example, I am planning to do that. So I just need to check the little box here. You'll see that the rental fee changes to 0 because I don't need to charge rent to myself. And I can click on submit now, sign the contract. And now the land is going to change to the occupied state, and that just signifies to other players that this particular land is planning to be used by the same player to add a building. Okay, so let's go ahead now and grab this land plot that's right next to it. And for this one, let's set this up so that we rent it out to other players. So let's just go through the actions real quick here and sign off on this one. Okay, great. So we'll see the fence appears there. So if I hover over it, I can see this one's mine. But instead of checking the box here, we're going to set this up to be rented out. So for the MVP, rental fees are in fact going to be fixed for all players. So it is 2 Obsidian for another player that they will in fact pay you if they want to rent your land. So it's a 7-day rental contract. Rental fees will be flexible, so once we get a little further past MVP, we will open this up so that players can start to set their own rental fees, and that will become more important, especially as players start leveling up their buildings, etc. So we'll obviously get into all of that in other videos, but for MVP it's just going to be simple and fixed for all players. So it'll be 2 Obsidian that another player has to pay you for the rental fee for the week. There is a materials cost that you will need to pay to have your land set up to be rented out. So you'll need to make sure that your building resources are in fact, you have enough in storage to cover the fee. So in this case I do. So I can just go back and click on submit, sign the contract. Great. And so now I can see that my land has the 2 Obsidian sign on top of it, so other players can see really easily that this plot is in fact available to be rented out. And if we look at the building resources in the storage, we'll see that it has dropped by 50 as well. So this is the first video of a game series training videos that we're going to put out. So we'll plan to do a lot more of these, showing you all the different features of the game and how you can use the different features to get things set up, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.